All right, y'all, we are back with another video and said ain't so. This one right here is coming from Benny. And he said we got some breaking news that Donald Trump shocks the world as he walked into Mar-A-Lago with new vice president front runner and said that the crowd roars. Now, this right here is amazing. I don't know who is going to be that that Trump shocked the world with, that walked into Mar-A-Lago with him, but we definitely about to find out. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on the video for the very first time. And if you're watching this right now, if you can please do me a favor, is when you subscribe, make sure you got your notifications set to all. Make sure you have them set to all, because a lot of people say they're not getting my notifications when I post videos. So please make sure when you subscribe, you always hit turn on all notifications. All right. But like I said, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive straight into this. And once again, shout out to Benny. And Benny did shout me out one time. Listen to it.
DAREALADOGG. Thank you, DAREALADOGG. I really appreciate that, man.
Salute to you too, Benny. Without further ado, y'all, let's dive straight into it. And let's see who Donald Trump shocked the world with that walked into Mar-A-Lago with him. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Boy, Benny. We don't claim to be the smartest people in the media space. We do have one superpower. It goes like this. We're alive and we pay attention.
Right.
And that makes us very, very good at pattern recognition. Yep. It makes us sort of Donald Trump historians because we watch every speech and we listen to the way that Donald Trump talks about certain issues, describes certain people, and it gives us a roadmap for where Donald Trump's going to go. And that's really important if you have an audience and you want to tell them about what's going to happen in the 2024 presidential race. Obviously, Donald Trump is going to win. That's what we thoroughly believe.
Right.
And we know that one of the biggest decisions that Donald Trump's going to make is who is his vice president. That decision is really important because Donald Trump will have one term in office and the MAGA movement must continue forward. The America First movement must have a standard bearer. It'd be disastrous to pick another Mike Pence. You can see what a Judas Mike Pence does to the movement.
Yep.
He ran against it in 2024. RIP. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are obsessed with Donald Trump's decision for the vice presidential pick. And our jaws were on the floor, given a brand new media event that just shook us. We were not expecting this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's begin. Our ears perked up about Vivek Ramaswamy when Vivek dropped out of the presidential race and then joined Donald Trump on stage the next day. Donald Trump thusly described Vivek Ramaswamy as perfect. He doesn't do that for most people. In fact, he doesn't really do it for anyone. Why can we say that with authority? Well, because we listen to Donald Trump. We listen to every single speech. We broadcast every single speech, right? We post clips. And we've never really heard Donald Trump say something like this. Have a listen.
A little stuff that she doesn't want to talk about, but she will be under investigation within minutes. And so would Ron have been, but he decided to get out.
So the context here is that he's talking about Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, and he's ripping into them. Okay? But then Donald Trump goes on, that this is, you know, run-of-the-mill Donald Trump, boilerplate speech stuff. But then Donald Trump goes on to say something very interesting.
He decided to get out. Now, Vivek, I don't think would be at all because he's perfect, right?
There you go.
And Tim.
So, wait a second. So Donald Trump describes Vivek as perfect. Less than 24 hours earlier, Donald Trump and Vivek were hugging on stage like they were old friends. Like Donald Trump was like a proud coach or father of Vivek's, like a, you know, proud adoptive father of the guy. And the crowd kept chanting something. Donald Trump loved it. See if you can tune in your ears here and have a listen. Look at how happy they are. Look at that.
They like that.
And Donald Trump does the fist pump.
Thank you. Wow, how was that? Pretty good, right?
They like
that.
That
was pretty good, and he's a fantastic guy, and he's really, he's got something that's very special.
He's got something that's very special. Look at the two of them. Look at this expression. Look at the expression that Vivek has when people start chanting VP at him. And then, of course, Donald Trump joins him in this kind of grandiose, like, smile and embrace. Look at these two. There you go. There you go. And a lot of people looked at that, us included, and said, wow, hot damn. Maybe there's something going on there. Maybe Donald Trump is considering Vivek for vice president, something nobody would have thought about just a month or two ago.
We
Even
all
just
thought
a
that.
week or two ago. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to talk about fuel on the fire, man, we got the flame for you. Check this out. From last night, Donald Trump walked into Mar-A-Lago with Melania. Hasn't been appearing with Melania because there had been a personal crisis and tragedy, and Melania's mother passed away. It was very sad, and she was in the hospital, and Melania's been at her side. So Donald Trump, one, hasn't appeared with Melania regularly at all. But not only does Trump walk in with Melania, Melania's looking beautiful as always, Donald Trump walks in with Melania and Vivek and Apurva, who's Vivek's wife. They have two beautiful kids together, and they sort of walk in together as like a team.
They did.
Holy moly. Listen to the reception they got, by the way.
Wow.
Hot diggity damn. Ladies and gentlemen, is that the ticket?
Hey,
Right there?
It seems like it.
Looks pretty sharp to me. Looks pretty sharp to me. We listen to the audience and we listen to the energy on this program. And our audience loves Vivek when we put up polls, like Vivek versus Tucker. Like, I really like Tucker too. Vivek wins
Yep.
by double digits
Same
against
here.
Tucker for what people want as the
Yep.
VP. That's just the people speaking, okay? Speaking.
And Benny is 100% right, because I put a poll up on my channel and I had over 34,000 people voted, and they voted Vivek over Tucker, and it was by a large margin. And if y'all been watching me and Benny for a while, like, I've been talking about, I want Tucker to be the vice president for the longest. But I do like Vivek as well, because you got to look at it now. You got to kind of fit yourself into your shoes and be like, who can run this country? Because Donald Trump can only do 4 years. So now you got to picture who can run the country after him. Who is Donald Trump is going to depend on to do it? You look at Vivek, I absolutely like Vivek. I feel like Vivek is a person that can do it. Whether some people like him, they think he's too of a smooth talker, whatever the case may be, I personally like Vivek. I have no problem with the man. That's how I like what he do, and I feel like he can be a person that can run the country after Donald Trump, and that's what Donald Trump is looking for. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of great candidates. Elise Stefanik. I mean, it's a lot of them. Byron Donald. It's a lot of them. But Trump got to look at who can run the country after me. And if you look at somebody like Vivek, I think he can do it. But we shall see who it's going to be. But them walking to Mar-A-Lago like that as a team kind of seemed like it damn near confirms it a little bit, you know? So let's keep it going.
Speaking of letting people speak, Donald Trump wasn't planning on having Vivek speak, and then he dragged him on stage to talk. There's Donald Trump. Look at him pointing at Vivek, laughing, smiling together. There they go. There you go. Look at like again, Trump dancing, and then he brings up Vivek, like demands that Vivek come up on stage. And then what happened? Have a listen.
So I just see Vivek is here. He's sharp.
Listen to the cheers.
He's happy to get the hell out of the race, I can tell you. And as soon as he got out, he endorsed me, and he's got a tremendous future. He's very young. He's young and he's smart. And Melania and I were just saying, I mean, you don't get sharper than this. And I just said, could you say a few words to the great audience? And ladies and gentlemen, Vivek, please.
Now, just before Vivek says something, if y'all realize when Benny talked to Tucker, Tucker even said himself that he feel like Donald Trump should pick Vivek. I don't know if a lot of you remember that, But I'm telling you now, almost every person Donald Trump said he called told him to pick Vivek. Whether some people like it, whether they don't, I absolutely like Vivek. I wouldn't mind if it's Trump Vivek 2024. I would take it. If we can't get Trump and Tucker, because I don't know if Tucker going to do it. We know Tucker got a lot going on. We don't know yet if he's going to do it. But even Tucker endorsed Vivek and said that he feel like Trump should pick Vivek. Everybody is saying it. And now seeing them together like this, and Trump was like, I'm glad Vivek got out of the race, because as soon as he got out of the race, he endorsed me. Thank you, man. Like, this is amazing, y'all. Let's go.
This is something else Trump doesn't do regularly, is invite these guys to speak. He'll like honor people at these events, but he never like invites them to speak.
Right.
So then he mentions Melania and how Melania really likes him. Now, previous reporting was that Melania really liked Tucker. And so that was like a big indicator for Donald Trump as to who he should pick. Obviously, Donald Trump cares a lot about Melania, listens to her. And now he's saying, well, Melania really likes Vivek, talking about how young he is and how charismatic he is. Let's have a listen.
We're in the middle of a war in this country. And we need a commander-in-chief who is going to lead us to victory in this war. And that man is Donald J. Trump, the next president of the United States of America. If you want to seal the border, say it with me, vote Trump. If you want to actually grow this economy, vote Trump. If you want to fight inflation, vote Trump. If you want to revive our national pride in this country, vote Trump. If you want to send Joe Biden packing home for the next 4 years, vote Trump. If you want to make America great again, vote Trump. That's in your power. Let's make it happen. The 47th President of the United States. May God bless the United States and Donald J. Trump. Thank you all. Vote Trump.
Love it.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Man.
So, a couple things here. One,
That was, woo. That was amazing by Vivek. I'm telling you, that's why Trump liked Vivek. Because he can get on that microphone and he can talk. Yeah, that's what I can say. I'm telling you, he ain't scared. He ain't scared to go against nobody. He ain't scared to debate against nobody. He ain't scared at all. Vivek would debate anybody. Just put them in front of him and watch what happens. Kind of like what he did to Charlemagne the God on slavery.
Trump doesn't normally call people perfect. Two, if you're going to be giving a vice presidential contender frontrunner speech, then you're going to give a speech like that. It's like the perfect speech to give.
Right.
Donald Trump needs somebody who can be the hype man. Donald Trump needs somebody who can match his energy. Donald Trump needs somebody who will be like the defender of MAGA. And he needs somebody who can take the stage and have the same gravitas.
Right.
Mike Pence was always a wet blanket, dude. Okay, so some people like Mike Pence, some people hate Mike Pence. A lot of people hate Mike Pence. But have you ever gone to a Mike Pence event and been inspired? Of course not. Like, I saw peak Mike Pence, right? When he was vice president and the ticket was roaring and everything. Like, dude was always lame ass. Okay? White bread. Wet blanket. Like, he wasn't there inspiring anyone. Nobody was like cheering from the rafters, but
Right.
Vivek is a different animal.
He is.
And Donald Trump's feeling that energy. Donald Trump needs that energy, quite frankly, because it's good to have somebody who can match your energy,
Right.
and not subtract from it. This is
Because when you heard Vivek with that speech, it just gave you goosebumps. It's like your skin was just crawling while he was saying it. Vote Trump. If you want to send Joe Biden packing for 4 years, vote Trump. Like, come on, that room was roaring. Let's go.
addition, not subtraction. And so Vivek is up there, okay?
Yep.
And he's being welcomed on stage by Donald Trump. He's being called perfect. It's our job to because we watch all of this stuff, to tell you that is Trump seriously considering him. And the people that we're speaking with in Trump's orbit says no decision's been made, not even close, and that Trump is going through the apprenticeship stage. What you are witnessing is the apprentice in real time right now with Vivek. Articles like these are being written all across the internet. VP speculation explodes when Trump enters Mar-A-Lago with Vivek. You can see here, our tweet was being used in the article, but a lot of people commenting here. That's the ticket. I wonder if Vivek for vice president, VP Energy. I hope Trump picks VP Vivek. Vivek as VP would be fire. I hope this is the ticket. Trump Vivek. Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, certainly not the first time that people have alluded to Vivek being the vice president. Obviously.
Now, I heard Benny say that he spoke to some people in Trump's camp, and they saying that they haven't chosen their VP yet. But here's the thing, what I would say to that is, maybe they did tell Benny that, but at the same time, they ain't probably gonna tell Benny that it is Vivek, because they might be like, well, if we tell Benny, which I don't think Benny will even tell it, but at the same time, I just believe they just trying to keep everything in the house, and I believe they already know who they gonna choose. If you look at it, at this point, it just seems like it has to be Vivek. If you're gonna get somebody that's gonna get on that microphone and talk, and spit that knowledge, then you're gonna go with Vivek, which, I still like at least Stefanik, some other names, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, we shall see though.
This has been something that people have been chatting about for a while. Glenn Beck on the PBD podcast said, this is the only name that Donald Trump is hearing. Now, what I think is interesting about Glenn Beck here is, one, his rationale. Vivek would be a great vice president. He says he'd be great because he's young, he's charismatic, he can carry the torch forward. That's really important.
Yep.
But also, Glenn Beck says, gives like sort of an internal perspective on what's happening with Trump. Trump says, Vivek's the only name people keep telling me. Which is very important, because if you understand the way that Donald Trump does business and makes decisions, he calls people he trusts, he gets their take on things, and then he moves forward based on a group of advisors that are surrounding him that he respects. This is how Trump makes these decisions, right? This has been well written about. This has been obviously well known. And so this is a very, very important, crucial piece when it comes to the vice presidential pick. Check this out.
Donald Trump called me and he said, any advice on who I should pick for vice president?
Oh, really?
Who do you think? Not that he's probably calling everyone.
But that's great that you're on that list.
And so he said, who do you think? And I said, I don't know how you're going to feel about it, but this is the day, I think it was the day he trashed Vivek. And I said, Vivek. And he said, why do you say that? He said, that's the number one response from everybody I've asked that question. Yep. And he said, why do you say that? And I said, A, he can defend you. He's right in your pocket. And while you're defending this, he's watching your back defending this. I said, also, I think some of his ideas are really, really good. Yeah. He connects with the youth, which now the latest of 18 to 24-year-olds that voted for Biden, they're not voting for Biden, but they won't vote for Donald Trump yet. So you get that lower vote, the people that are excited about, hey, something fresh and different. And then in 2028, when you can no longer run, you continue for another 8 years,
right?
And you get the credit for bringing this new, fresh face in. I said, I just think you become legendary.
And what did he say to that?
Well, we'll see.
Okay, so obviously plenty of speculation on the Trump pick. Trump himself has said there's probably a 25% chance it would be a person you know. The person that I think is a very good person, pretty standard. I think people won't be that surprised. I would say there's probably a 25% chance it would be that person. So what does that mean? That means that it's anyone's game. The person that would be well known at the time Donald Trump said this, which was before the New Hampshire primary, would be like a Ben Carson, Kristi Noem, right? Kind of pick. Like those are people that have been in the political zeitgeist for years, decades even.
Yeah.
But Trump says there's only 25% chance. Well, what does Vivek say about it? If you ever ask Vivek about this, he's obviously going to demur and say what most rational people say, which is, hey, this is about electing Trump and winning in 2024. Trust me, everyone's asked Vivek about the VP slot.
Yep.
But this was a very interesting quote where Vivek might have let one slip here. He was asked on Fox News about Kamala Harris and about how dumb Kamala is in relation to some of the things that are going on in the country.
I think I remember this clip is when he was talking about he can't wait until he had to debate her or something like that. And they kind of be like, whoa, what you mean you can't wait till you debate her? Is you trying to say you the vice president? You Trump's vice president? That's what you're saying? So I do remember this clip right here.
History of the country and the misunderstanding of our history and race baiting around it. And he goes, well, I really can't wait to debate Kamala Harris. Huh? Record scratch? What? Have a listen.
Biden's not going to be debating, I don't think anyone. But it'd be good just to say, why shouldn't George Washington be banned? If you're going to take all these other names off, all these statues down, why should Washington still be around as any figure we revere, given his slave-holding past?
I'll file that away, Laura, and I'm looking forward to hearing Kamala's answer. I don't expect it to be super coherent, but I'll be sure to face off with her on it.
All right, but she'll repeat the same phrase over and over again. All right, Vivek, great to see you.
So I'll be sure to face off with Kamala Harris on it. I look forward to pressing her on that. Why would Vivek be able to debate Kamala Harris if not inside of the vice presidential debate?
Right.
So that's what comes
See,
on.
I was just saying that in my video last night when I be like, sometimes y'all have to read in between the lines. You have to see, we've been doing this for a long time, so sometimes we can see what some people be trying to say. Like I said, Trump, Vivek, they are all good at not spilling the beans, but sometimes they will let little stuff go, and then they'll be like, oh, I can't believe I just said that. Then we'll pick up on it like, hold on now, is you trying to say you Trump's vice president, you trying to say this? And that's what we be picking up on a lot.
Our mind. I've ding, 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 ding. It's like got the sirens, right? Maybe it's a blessing, maybe it's a curse. It is what it is. We watch every Trump speech and we pay attention to these things.
Yep.
So now you know what we know. And hot damn, Trump walking in with Vivek to the roars at Mar-A-Lago and then inviting him on stage and saying Melania loves him. And we've been talking about the future of the party and letting Vivek then speak. Boy, oh boy. If you were a betting man, that would mean Vivek stock going up here.
Yep.
Going the Tesla route, right? Bitcoin, whatever.
Shout out to Benny, man. It was another great video, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think Trump is going to choose Vivek? I mean, at this point, it's like we'll be talking about one day that, okay, look like he finna pick Tucker. Then they come back, oh, look like he finna go ahead and pick Vivek. And then now you see him, what they walking in as like a couple or something like that. Trump with Melania, Vivek with his wife. They both walking in together. Then he give their speech about if you want to get rid of Joe Biden for the next 4 years, vote Trump. And the crowd just went crazy. But man, to me, it is kind of seeming like it's headed towards Vivek way. But man, we shall see. But like I said, y'all be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.